What about my thirst for blood?
So. Wo muss ich denn nochmal hin? Ja, hast du was zu verheimlichen, Olle?
Yes, Nurse Crane. How can I help you?
So reden die Englisch, Mann. Ich hab Deutsch eingestellt. Irgendwo. Gameplay.
So sorry, I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons.
Oh ja, kannst aufhören zu labern, Mann. Kann man das nicht überspringen?
It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Ja, geil. Neue Mission. Wenn ich weiß, wo man nochmal runter geht.
Drake hat einfach bei seinen Konzerten einen Ferrari fliegen lassen, ne?
Ah ja.
Ich kann dir Videos schicken.
Was zu machen?
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Okay. Dann gehen wir zur Mission. Also ich soll zur Leichenhalle. Wo ist denn die? Wo sind die Leichenhalle? Ist ich wirklich hier? An den Hinterhof ist hier, aber wie komme ich in den Hinterhof rein? Ich laufe hier einfach mal lang.
Meine Fresse war grad.
Okay, ich bin jetzt im Hinterhof.
Nein!
Hallo, hey. Ja, Becher lassen wir in mir. Ja, okay. Hab ich gesagt, ich will euch angreifen? Ja, okay, habe ich gesagt. Hör doch auf! Was machst du für Taktiken, blöd? Gib doch! Ey, Digga, willst du nicht kicken, Mann? Gib, du, scheiß Dingen auf Level 7. Oh. Ich schwör, Mann, was war das für ein Ding, ja? Oh.
Boah, Alter, mit einem Kick ist der ja weg.
Spielst du immer noch Neck 2 oder wie?
Ja, ich bin gerade reingegangen.
So.
Ich warte bis Dings. Ich hoffe, den anderen nach Hause.
Ich mach das noch mit der Leichenhalle, Speicher ab und danach.
Ja, okay.
Eben nach dem Tod. Tut mir leid, dass ihr früher gehen muss. Also ich muss das jetzt hören. Danke schön. Was ist das hier?
Mensch, Neck, ey, ich glaub, oh, du hast einen in der Birne. Rifle, please.
Balls of Mars,
Soll
fortifiers,
man hier durch das Labyrinth kommen?
as popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Gibt's hier irgendwie Ding? Yo, gibt's halt hier.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Wann kommt denn der jetzt ran?
Ey, ich werde von den anderen beiden in den anderen geboostet, Alter, Hurensohn. Wenn der jetzt hier... Der will halt nur hier durch, Alter.
Digga, ich muss Blut trinken, sonst sterbe ich hier noch.
Yo! Ich wurde halt da durchgeboostet, wie geil. Oh nee.
Oh, ich muss in den verfickten Keller machen.
Wenigstens Spaß hier. Oh, Junge, Alter, das tut.
Mann, ich bin nicht bereit zu verrecken.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Danke für dein Blut. Jo, der klappt mich einfach nicht drauf. Ja, jetzt sind wir gleich tot. Lauf. Ja, okay, beruhig dich, Mann. Boah.
Ich habe ihn jetzt gefragt, warum er das Passwort gesetzt hat. Hab ich nicht.
Er hat die Fotze mich umgelegt, Digga. Boah, ich brauch doch Leben, Mann.
Doch, du hast das Passwort gewechselt, weil bei mir stand, weil ich beim PlayStation Network an habe, ich das mit dem Passwort versucht. Und dann stand da, dieses Passwort ist nicht richtig oder so. Halt die Anmelde-ID oder das Passwort ist falsch. Ja, Junge, Alter, wie er labert, dass er das Passwort nicht gewechselt hat. Nur damit er sich aus der Scheiße wieder rausbauen kann. Das ist typisch Fabian, Alter. Was soll man da? Nein! Leck, du Hurensohn! Oh, komm her, Big Boy. Chill mal kurz. Strive for stars, strive for peace.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into
Nick, du
this.
bist so ein richtiger Drake-Lover.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Wieder. Ach ja. Nick? Nick?
Ja.
Ich dachte, du hättest mich gestummt.
Nein, nein, alles okay. Tut mir leid, dass du früher gehen musst. Leben nach dem Tod, es gibt kein Leben nach dem Tod.
Kann das sein, dass jeder dieses Lied zur Zeit hört?
Ja, wieso jeder? Wieso denn jeder?
Dieser eine Roman, kennst du ja noch, ne?
Ich glaube schon, ja.
Der hört das auch jeden Tag.
Okay.
Und zu dem ist das halt richtig Roman-mäßig.
Junge, der Typ ist nicht mal ein Allmann, der das singt.
Doch, er ist Österreicher und Österreicher sind nämlich die großen Aumanns.
Ah, ja.
Allein schon der Name, Alter, Roman.
Ja, Roman ist vielleicht ein Allmann, aber...
Aber nach einem Jahr habe ich die alle weggekriegt. Aber Mama vor einem Jahr habe ich die alle weggekriegt. Da so eine Bombe am Mama vor einem.
Tut mir leid, dass er früher gehen muss. Liebe nach dem Tod, es gibt kein Leben nach dem Tod.
Mama, Opa. Komm jetzt knapp.
Spaß. Mach mal so Pizza, Pfade, Pizza, Pfade, Pizza, Pfade, Pizza, Pfade. Oh! Genau.
Allah böyle abi.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Ich bin 19,3 Meter groß.
Wer ist 3 Meter groß?
19,3 Meter groß bin ich gerade.
Okay.
Spaß, Alter. Aber das ist schon krass. Was der da mit seiner dummen Eisensäge, Alter, der kriegt was auf die Schnauze.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the
Aber die
wounded to
denken
play
auch,
the
die können
modern
ihn auf
sorcerer.
den
Be
Lappen.
careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Tell me, Waverly, What do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Der Doktor hat recht.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Komm, geh halt noch langsamer, du Fischkopf.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
You at our side, Dr. Reed. I know that will fail and survive.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Ist noch da?
Do you think this hospital can
Ja,
survive?
bin ich.
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some
Hab ich dem voll den Headkick gegeben.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Sag mal, ich glaube auch hier die Mönche, ne? Die sind auch im Kopf
Goodbye,
palla palla.
Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Ah, ich komm sofort, chill mal.
I can't say I'm thrilled to be working here, but to be honest, I didn't have much of a choice.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the
Chill mal
Pembroke
kurz.
years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Ja.
Fabian wirklich Passwort gewechselt. Er hat mir jetzt das andere Passwort gegeben. YOLO 55 andere beiden Zahlen.
Wieso hatten der das geändert?
Keine Ahnung. Ich glaube, damit andere nicht seinen Account auch haben. Ich rufe ihn mal kurz an.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh? No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless. Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept? I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill. So you're ready to die? No, I'm not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know. You're a wise man, Mr. Chidama. No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise. Do you really believe goodwill cannot last? As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir. Quite depressing, wouldn't you say? Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Nein.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidama.
Ey, ich sag dir nur, ne? Dieser eine da, wie heißt nochmal der böse geworden ist von den Mönchen?
Hä?
Du weißt ja, dieser Typ von den Mönchen, ne?
Ja, glaub schon, ja.
Der repariert die Titanen, ne? Der böse geworden ist.
Okay.
Ich gebe kurz das Passwort ein, Fabian, und dann gehe ich direkt wieder auf Account raus. Das sind Baby und Tina, Amadeus und Sabrina. Die jagen, Sabrina, die jagen den Wind, die ficken geschwind. Einladen. Ey, ich lade jetzt mal Tryhard Girl ein, ne?
Wer ist denn das?
Fabian.
Hat er sich so genannt?
Ja. Aber aber weißt du, der verarscht welche, ne? Und die glauben das. Ich schwöre, so letztens waren da so 3 Jungs, ne, die so, kann ich deine Nummer haben? Er so, ey Jungs, Alter, warum wollt ihr meine Nummer haben? Die haben direkt Party verlassen. Weil er mit jungen Stimme geredet hat.
Ah ja.
Vielleicht hat der eine Party. Ich gehe mal kurz gucken, ob der eine Party hat.
Kannst du mich dann einladen?
Ja, ich ich sag ihm Bescheid, dass ich eben Dings.
Was?
Dann Passwort eingebe.
Okay.
Tryhard I Karma.
Heißt er jetzt Try?
Ja, Tryhard I Karma, also I. Also, weiß mich
Ja, ich weiß.
Barcode.
Dann lad ihn doch hier ein.
Alter, meine PS4 leckt schon wieder. Okay, ich komme gleich wieder. Ich sag ihm kurz Bescheid.
Okay.
Ja, Junge, Alter, meine PS4. Hallo. Warte, chill, ich starte mal kurz meine PS4 neu.
Jo. Wird es in dem Spiel denn nie hell? Tür knallen. Dein Ernst? Ball die Tür, das ist eine Tür, ne? Ist kein Fenster, ist eine Tür. Ich kann einfach so die Tür aufmachen, durchgehen, ne? Ja.